the syllabus. All right, if you need to get a hold of me, there's my number. We can also set up a time just to talk over the phone if you're confused about something, you want some extra feedback on assignment or whatever. Especially in, right now we're going into a Maymester and then summer courses after this. Can go meet in my office if you want to do that, set up a Zoom. But if I generally go to bed early, so if you contact me, I will probably get back to you the next day. But just let me know if you have something is going on, you don't think you can get your assignment in, send me a message and I'll work with you before time. Just let me know beforehand, like not after it's due. But I may not get back to you till the next day. There are outcomes for the course for the demonstrate awareness. I said they're a big, broad course, basically what we're going to look at. Look at some of the works. Articulate how these works express the values within a historical and social context. So a lot of the reading questions will be focused around this. Articulate and inform personal response. You're going to be doing a lot of responses. Do minor analysis anyway of some works. Demonstrate knowledge and understanding of the influence of literature or philosophy and the arts on cultural experiences. Demonstrate an awareness of the creative process and why humans create. Okay, we are here now. So it used to be the case that the previous book was a Cengage book, but we're not in that book anymore. And it was just the software is a little clunky about how to change it. So I just added this. So May 2025 forward, using a McGraw-Hill package. Make sure you get electronic access to this one. You're not going to be able to get by if you want to stay opted out of inclusive access, don't have access, and then try to get the books. You're not going to save money anyway to start out with. And then smart books and the presentation software are going to present too much of an issue to even attempt that, I think. All right, so these are the actual assignments. We're going to look at how these are grouped here in a second because there is a theme for all of these. For the percentages, I guess is what I'm getting at. It's not as bad as it looks just scrolling through. These are all reading assignments. They have to, the way McGraw-Hill works, I have to put these in as 0-point assignments to keep the reading. So there's a smart book for every one of these, but I decided to include this as well because a lot of times in your response, I'll ask you to include evidence from the chapter, so a quote from the chapter and for our purposes anyway. So we tend to not use paraphrases, and when we do summary assignments, probably the whole assignment is summary and not as a citation. So it's not as bad as it looks, I guess is what I'm saying here. I don't think we're going to have any inclement weather immediately coming up unless it's a tornado or something, but I will post if it affects Grayson College, even though this particular course is an internet course, just in case you got to run up there for something. Okay, so the big thing here, how your grade breaks down. So I have these grouped into assignments over here, and you can see these in modules, but I'm going to show it to you in assignments first because it's easier to see that way, but after we get rolling, probably take this away so students don't try to attempt stuff too early. Okay, so the smart book's around 30% of the course. So think of it as a quiz that gives you loop back options, and it helps you, and it'll prompt you to read sections of the text. Right, so it gets assigned as the chapter that's highlighted. Reading questions, these are the assignments I put in that you're going to upload a Word document for. And remember, per a couple of things you're going to see, you do have access to Microsoft Word through your Grayson access after you log in. Presentations around 30%. And so just a normal grading pattern. If you're coming directly from high school, do know that it's generally different in college. So 90 to 100 is A, 80 to 89 B, and so on. And you may have used a slightly different points distribution in high school. This is just 3 lectures, 0 lab, and that just looks funny now. I need to get with our simple syllabus person and see how to clean that up. Okay, so message me if you have. I'm going to take a roll. I'm going to take roll. So your attendance will count predicated off of your first thing is your introductory response. That's a really easy response you want to get uploaded. Then your reading questions, and then your presentation when you get a presentation uploaded. So just getting these things uploaded counts for your attendance, and all of attendance together shows up as roll call. And the idea for this, it's intended to help you. So please get your assignments in on time, or let me know beforehand if you're having some kind of problem. Reading is the big part of this course, so try to set aside time to read. For the reading questions anyway, there's a late fee of 10%, and right now the smart books are set to just expire. So I don't think you'll need those later than 11:59. Sometimes people have trouble getting the reading questions uploaded on time though, so 10% a day for those. Try not to miss too much is the basic idea there. It's an internet course, so all the stuff that you need to be watching for the screencast, electronic uploads, the other software we're using that are showing up as applications in the course, you need to be able to do all that. Please do not generate an AI submission to start out with, but the rest of it is just the normal stuff. Don't try to recycle your buddies. Change it up a little bit. Don't try to send stuff through scramblers that are kind of like, they'll just substitute different words that mean about the same thing and so on. And by the way, the way this course is set up, there's not, as you're going to see, it's not a lot of large stakes things. So we're not going through and uploading a paper or a couple of papers or something like that. It's a lot of little things along the way. That's by design. So please don't use the chat. A lot of times this is just going to mess it up with the way that I'm going to do the assignments anyway. So you'll shoot yourself in your foot. The important date. Classes begin on Monday, May 13th. May 14th is the census date. Right? So I have to have your roster certification in that. So really, what this boils down to is we got for this Maymester coming up anyway. So, and if you're in a different course, if you're in the summer courses coming up, whatever it says here for the important dates, we got to go by this. But I have to hear from you. So I don't want to have to take you off the roster. So that response, that early attendance, if you can't do anything in the course for whatever reason, shoot me a Canvas message like as fast as you can, because these come in pretty quick. I don't think it's going to apply to anybody in an internet course, but if you needed the police department number is down here. Counseling, by the way, if people have all sorts of stuff going on now, if you need counseling, we at Grayson College, we have counselors for this. Sometimes these can just be a gateway to resources. So make sure you not going to hurt to call. So you know about that. And I think that'll do it for the syllabus.